My brother challenged me to a noob versus pro SpongeBob SquarePants build challenge. Can I build the biggest house in Bikini Bottom? And what happens when I find out my brother is cheating?
Oh yeah! I'll first build in Squidward's house! I cannot wait to win this challenge, Chip! Today is my day!
It's a little weird that you're really confident about this, Milo, since I'm totally gonna win. I am way better at building SpongeBob houses than you are.
Yeah, right, buddy!
If we need to build a Squidward's house, we need to get lots of gray concrete. Squidward always lives in a giant tiki head, and it's pretty cool looking. It is very gray though, so if we want to make this really accurate, we need to add a bunch of gray concrete for it. Let's make a big circle in the floor to really plan it all out. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far. Squidward also does have blue glazed terracotta as the floor. Oh goodness, this is going to be pretty difficult to place all of. I think if I place just a little snapshot of what I want to make the floor into, we can then get working on the outside and we'll finish the floor later. It's important to use our time wisely since we do not have all day to totally crush Milo. It was pretty weird that Milo was confident at the start. Normally, Milo is very nervous and does not think he can win these things. That's why it is very strange that Milo actually thinks he has a chance here. I think I'm gonna keep an eye on him. I am not cheating in this build battle, but if I find out that Milo's doing anything weird, I will be so upset. I really want to win this fair and square, so that's why I'm trying extra hard with this build. My building skill is all I have to win this competition. That and my amazing knowledge of the world of SpongeBob SquarePants. I know everything about where he lives and Squidward and his friend Patrick. It's really handy for winning competitions like this. There's only a couple more blocks left to place. This is perfect. If I just place these last few pieces of glazed blue terracotta blocks, we'll be done in no time, and then I can properly make the shape of Squidward's house. Squidward's house is pretty difficult, and Milo really does not do well building difficult builds. I really hope he's able to build this properly. If he is not, he will be so embarrassed, and he'll probably try and hide away. He will not ever want to do a build battle again, which would be pretty bad since I love build battles, especially since I always win, even if I'm cheating or playing fair. That's why I decided to play fair today. I don't even need to cheat in order to win at these things. I just need my trusty blocks and my trusty brain to know exactly where to place them. Squidward's house is one of my favorite houses in all of Bikini Bottom. It is a little bit complicated though, so we need to make sure we build this really accurately. We do not want to make Squidward upset by building his house wrong. Oh no, Squidward is a really grumpy guy, so I couldn't even imagine how mad he'd get if I built his house wrong. Not to mention, I would totally lose this build competition against Milo, and Milo would make fun of me so much. Milo would be making fun of me and Squidward would be mad at me. It would not be a good mix to have. And besides, Mr. Krabs would probably be trying to get my money. Mr. Krabs is such a money-grabby guy, and Sandy Cheeks is such a smart scientist. There are so many characters in Bikini Bottom, and I know them all so well, just like I know exactly what house Squidward would want to live in. Squidward always loves to be by himself. He really does not like his neighbors, SpongeBob and Patrick. All Squidward wants is peace and quiet, and SpongeBob and Patrick do not let him have it. They are always catching jellyfish in his front yard and trying to annoy him by being really loud and really super noisy. I would never do that if I was someone's neighbor. I would be quiet all day and be really well behaved. That's why I understand Squidward so well. I know exactly how to behave and how to be quiet. Because I know so much about that, I know exactly how to make the best Squidward house ever. I just have to make a totally peaceful paradise that he never has to leave and one where he never has to speak to his neighbors ever again. Milo will totally get it when I explain it to him, and he'll definitely rate my Squidward house really highly. Okay, now that I've made this bottom area, it is time to start making the actual face on Squidward's house. It's pretty cool looking. It's very menacing under the sea, and I would not want to run into it myself. That is why we've got to do a pretty good job. One wrong block and the house's face could look ridiculous. It might look way too angry, or it might look like it's busting to go to the toilet. That would be really bad. I don't want my house to look like it needs to go to the bathroom. No way! Milo would totally rank it really low, and I would lose this competition. If I'm gonna play fair, I'm gonna do everything I can to still win. That's why the expression of this house needs to look exactly like it does in the real SpongeBob show. I think the house normally has a big set of eyebrows out the front. There is one on this side and one all the way over on this side. Okay, this is starting to look pretty good. Now I need to make sure the eyebrows go up and outwards. The eyebrows in Squidward's real house actually do this. So by making it this way, I am being so accurate. I'll also make sure it goes all the way around the top, just like this. By adding 2 extra blocks on each end, we make the eyebrows look like they really stick out. And one thing about Squidward's house is that he totally has a monobrow. That's why I need to connect up these eyebrows and not have 2 different ones. Squidward's house also has 2 windows. There's one right here and one over there. Okay, this is looking pretty good, although I cannot forget another very important part of Squidward's house, the nose. Squidward's house has a very big nose. It looks just like this, and it even goes right up to his roof. Okay, this is looking pretty awesome so far. I do need to make the nose a little bit longer though. Squidward's house has a nose that gets bigger the lower it goes down. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Very accurate if I do say so myself. There's no way Milo could be building anything better than this. I'll add another furrow to the eyebrow so it looks a little more intense, and now I can start actually building the eyes. Let's grab some light blue stained glass just like this. We'll add one in each corner, and we can even bring it forward a little bit. This is important for the design I really want to do. Now we just need to make these windows a little bit bigger before we add some reinforced stone stairs. Those stairs are going to be pretty important to add. If we don't add them, it'll look like he's wearing glasses, and Squidward's house is not wearing glasses. It actually just has this as its normal eye shape. Let's place these stairs on this side, and we'll grab some reinforced stone. It'll match really well with the other design of this house. Whoa, this is already looking so good. We might even push the windows 1 block backwards. This will make it a lot easier to properly perfect the circle design that I'm building right now. Let's make sure the stone sticks out before we properly build the eyes. Otherwise, the eyes will look sunken in and they will look really creepy. I don't want a creepy house, no way. Instead, I just want an awesome looking one. Now we just have to add the stone stairs on the inside of this circle shape and it should look really good. Oh yeah, now we just have to continue that design on the other side. I'm so excited to see the final product, but I'm even more excited to see Milo's reaction to it. I know he's totally gonna be jealous of how amazing my house is. He was acting really weird at the start. I sure hope he's not doing anything weird. I wonder if he's cheating. Milo does not normally cheat, but he's also not normally confident. Milo knows that I am a much better builder, and so he is normally very nervous to start any of these competitions because I usually do win them. That's why I am very suspicious of Milo. I need to make sure I really look closely at Milo's build when it's complete, of course. If I notice anything strange about Milo's build that might mean he's cheating, I will be forced to totally disqualify him from the competition. You can't cheat in this competition. Cheating in this build battle is not okay. SpongeBob and Patrick would never cheat, so we need to be just as good as they would. Alright, this roof is looking pretty good. I just need to add in these final few gray concrete blocks and then we can add the ears. Squidward's house basically is like a giant head underwater. It's so funny how it has a nose, eyes, ears, and even a mouth. We will add one ear on either side of this big house. I even have a really cool idea for what to do with each of the ears. Normally the ears kind of just sit there and it's really boring, but instead I think it would look even better if the ears really stuck out and had windows inside that Squidward could actually use to look out into the ocean world. Oh yeah, this looks pretty awesome. Let's grab some gray stained glass and put them in the windows. This way they blend in pretty well with the rest of the head and they won't randomly stick out like a sore thumb. That would be so embarrassing. I know Squidward is a very grumpy guy, so if he really did live in this house and they stuck out, he would be really grumpy about it. Milo would use that as a reason to rank my house lower than his. That is why we need to make sure that we do not add any silly mistakes like that Milo could use to rank our house lower. Let's make sure we copy the exact same design on both sides. I really don't want to mess up by adding anything that is not equal. That would be a really bad decision. Milo would never let me hear the end of that. He would really take away lots of my points if that happened. Luckily, I don't think he will because this house is looking really good so far. Now, all that's left of the face is to make a giant mouth. The mouth on Squidward's house normally looks like this. It is made out of spruce trapdoors and spruce doors. Let's just continue the floor pattern a little bit by using gray concrete and then we can add it in. We'll add one door here and then make the door look way bigger using this awesome build hack. By placing a bunch of trapdoors and activating them like this, it makes it look like one giant door. Especially from the outside, it really completes the look. Oh yeah, this is looking so awesome. I think Milo's gonna be so jealous of it. But one thing Milo is not gonna be jealous of right now is how empty it is. It's really embarrassing that we haven't added much inside. That's why I'm gonna fill the entire inside of this Squidward's house with a bunch of parkour on the bottom level. The parkour will be so Squidward themed. Let's use clay blocks that are the same color as Squidward. Oh yeah, that is so funny. I really like this so far. Now we just need to continue these clay blocks going all the way up. Squidward also really loves the clarinet, so we can even add in some note blocks. When Milo jumps on these note blocks trying to beat the parkour, they will play a pumpkin sound, which might sound ridiculous, but the pumpkin sound actually sounds really similar to a clarinet. If we add black stone pressure plates next to it, you will see that this really does sound like a clarinet. Let's give it a test. Whoa, hang on a second. That doesn't really sound like a clarinet. It kind of sounds like a little guitar. Wait a second, I have a much better idea. If we add a clay note block right next to this pumpkin one, we might be able to actually have a clarinet sound. Whoa, that does sound like a clarinet, and Squidward is very bad at playing the clarinet. So if we add two notes that do not match together at all, it will really seem like a real Squidward clarinet lesson. Oh yeah, this is so funny. Milo's really gonna lose his mind when he sees this. Let's add even more to this side and mess up the notes together. When they don't match, Milo's gonna be so mad, but he'll have to admit that it's very accurate. Even though Squidward is amazing at the clarinet, he is not the only person in his family that plays a musical instrument. His cousin, Squilliam Fancy Pants, actually runs an orchestra, and that's why the next few note block jumps need to be different musical instruments. I think having a bell and a really deep guitar will work so well together. The best part is that Squidward's cousin, Squilliam Fancy Pants, is actually a really good musician, and so all of his songs sound really lovely. That is why we need to make sure that all of the musical notes on this section of the parkour sound really good together. Let's make sure we only add some really beautiful harmonies. If we jump on all these blocks together, they actually sound really nice. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Now we'll just add a few more Squidward clay jumps leading into the top floor of Squidward's house. The top floor of Squidward's house uses bamboo planks. I think these are perfect. Oh yeah! Now let's actually start placing them along the floor. We'll need to place them just like this if we want the house to look as accurate as possible. This is already looking so nice. I can't wait to see Milo's face when he judges this house and is forced to rate it a 10 out of 10 just because it is so incredible. Oh yeah, the bamboo really does look like the inside of Squidward's house. We'll need to make sure we leave some space for these jumps though, otherwise it would not be possible to jump all the way up, which is not what I want at all. Maybe I'll even get rid of that final clay jump and just add more bamboo around here. Perfect! Now we can get started on Squidward's bedroom and hangout room. We'll need to give him a bed, and Squidward is light blue, which is great because we can build the bed just like this. We'll also need to give him a pretty fancy bed frame. Squidward loves the fancy things. He's always trying to get them. That's why his bed frame needs to be very fancy. Otherwise, he won't even want to sleep on it. He'll be so angry about it that he will never ever accept this as his house. Milo knows that for sure. So we need to make sure we build this as amazing as we possibly can so that Milo knows Squidward would totally accept it. This is looking pretty awesome so far, but one thing about Squidward that everybody knows is he's a painter, and he always paints himself. Look, you can almost see Squidward's giant nose. Let's add one other painting. Squidward can actually paint really creepy things, even though he's very talented. That is one of the funniest parts about him. He really does not know what people like to see. And we'll add another painting here. Whoa, that one's very dramatic. Maybe we'll try and put it a little more towards the center. Oh yeah, that one's funny. Squidward painted some sort of ducky thing. Now we need to add a couple more paintings over in this section. It could be a giant collage of Squidward's most famous pieces. Oh yeah, wow, these all look so cool. I think there are a couple that are the same, so let's just change that. I do not want to reuse any of the same art. It needs to be very original. Okay, this looks pretty good. Even though two of them are the same, that's alright. Squidward would totally forgive me. Maybe he just had a stroke of genius and then had the same stroke of genius again. Let's also make some spruce fences around this bamboo cutout area. We do not want to leave a giant hole in Squidward's floor. He'd be really, really mad about that. We also need to place some trapdoors in front of Squidward's paintings. They deserve frames of their own. Squidward would never let his paintings just randomly hang on the walls. He would want to decorate them in the most amazing, fancy way. He also loves to carve out structures out of stone, which is why we will grab some smooth stone and then a skeleton skull. We'll also grab some item frames as well as a funny ominous banner because these totally look like Squidward. Wow, they even are gray and have the same long nose that Squidward has. Let's now just add some smooth stone over here. Squidward is sculpting this smooth stone into an amazing art piece, but it's not done yet. He still needs to carve out the body of this skeleton. Yep, that's looking pretty cool. Now we need to add in a carpet. Squidward really likes this color. It is a cyan color and it goes really well with the light blue of his bed. Okay, this is looking pretty good so far, honestly. Squidward also does not like many flowers, but there is one that he absolutely loves. On this quartz table, we will need to grab a flower pot and we will need to grab a sea pickle. The sea pickle won't go inside the flower pot because that is not possible, but the sea pickle will go right next to it. Inside the flower pot, we will place a dead bush. These are not one of Squidward's favorite plants, but anytime Squidward adds a plant here, it just totally shrivels up from hearing his terrible clarinet music. This room is looking pretty good so far. Now we just need to add in some spruce trapdoors here. Oh yeah, this is awesome. I really, really like it. But if I was Squidward, there would definitely be something else I would want to add. I would want to add a bunch of banners to block out any noise and any light. These are Squidward's curtains to make sure that no creepy neighbors like SpongeBob or Patrick can randomly find their way in. Squidward would really, really appreciate that. Wow, this build is looking incredible and I built it with only talent. No cheating necessary. This is so cool. I can't wait to tell Milo that I am officially done and ready for him to judge my build. He'll totally rate this super duper high. I just know it.
Chip, you have to come see my build!
Really? Are you sure you don't want to see my build first?
No way! Mine's the best one I've ever done!
Okay, I'm gonna come check out your build now, Milo, but be prepared for... What is this? Why have you built a koala with tiny little beady eyes? This is terrifying.
Excuse me! That's Squidward's house! How dare you say that?
What? Squidward's house? Milo, this looks like a pet rock gone wrong.
That is so mean! This is my best build I've ever done!
Okay, Milo, does the inside look better?
Of course it does!
Oh, I really love what you've done with adding zero space in here so Squidward bumps his head every time he jumps.
Hey, that's rude! I tried my best!
And down here, is that a trampoline or a grill?
It's a grill! He's grilling pickles, obviously!
Milo, grills are meant to go in the Crusty Crab, not in Squidward's house. He hates his work.
Well, why can't Squidward also cook stuff in his home?
Squidward's not a fry cook, Milo. That's SpongeBob's job. Squidward is on the front desk at the Crusty Crab.
Whatever, it's all the same.
I don't think it is, Milo. And why are there vines growing behind Squidward's couch?
Obviously, it's a decoration.
I guess that makes sense, but Milo, this house looks ridiculous. I don't know what you've done with it, but I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to rate this a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10? Are you kidding me? This is the worst. I really wanted to win this competition.
Well, Milo, why don't you check out my house and I can show you how it's done.
Fine, I guess I'll have a look.
Yeah, you totally will have a look and you're gonna love it. Look, Milo, this is my build of Squidward's house.
Wow, Chip, this actually looks like the real deal.
Thanks, Milo. I know exactly what Squidward loves, and he loves his house so much, I couldn't possibly build it wrong.
This is crazy, Chip. I'm actually really impressed.
Thanks, Milo. I'm really glad you like it. And inside is a crazy cool parkour. Why don't you try going up it, Milo?
Yeah, well, this is really easy for me because I'm clearly a pro. Wow, it just made a song.
Yeah, that was Squidward's terrible clarinet, but now listen to Squilly and Fancy Pants' wonderful orchestra.
He's really good at what he does.
Yeah, he totally is. Now you are in Squidward's bedroom. You can see his amazing funny self-portraits and his carving sculpture of a skeleton out of stone.
This looks really good, Chip. I can't believe you really built this.
Thanks, Milo. Me too. I also have some paintings, some sea pickles, and a dead bush, not to mention more paintings above his amazing bed.
I guess I'm gonna have to step up my game somehow.
Yeah, I guess you will, but why are you being so suspicious right now, Milo?
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I think it's
Yeah, it is. What do you rate my build out of 10?
Well, it's really good, but not the best I've ever seen. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Only an 8? Milo, I rated yours a 5.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm giving you an 8.
Oh, Milo, okay, I guess that's pretty weird, but there are more weird things going on with you today. I'm getting a little worried that you might be up to something.
I'm not up to anything, and you need to shut your mouth, buddy, because I'm gonna win this competition.
Okay, I'll see about that, Milo.
I wonder what the next round is.
Yeah, me too. I bet it's something really, really fun. The Crusty Crab. Oh yeah, I love the Crusty Crab. I can't wait to build the best restaurant ever.
Oh yeah, boy, I'm gonna go get started.
Me too, Milo. I can't believe I got lucky enough to get given the Crusty Crab. I'm already gonna grab some spruce logs and start building. The Crusty Crab is one of my favorite places in all of Bikini Bottom. I love how it serves delicious Krabby Patties, and I love exactly how it looks. Let's build the shape right now. This is exactly the shape I wanted it to have. Let's make sure that we don't get too crazy with it though. I just have to make sure I do not mess up at all. The Crusty Crab is very difficult to build. It's a really weird shape, so if I mess this up, I could be toast. Let's make sure we add the sides to it first. The sides are very important because the Crusty Crab can't stand up straight without the sides. There also is a really cool glass design on it. Let's grab our cyan stained glass and put it on the sides here. Oh yep, this is really all coming together. Let's place it all along this window. It's gotta be a huge window, just like it is in the real Crusty Crab. The real Crusty Crab has a big seating area, and the floor is made out of amazing warped planks. That's what we're totally gonna use for this Crusty Crab. Oh wow, I can't believe it looks just like the real floor in the real Crusty Crab. This is such an honor. I bet Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob are gonna be so thankful to me for making such a cool floor. Milo is going to see how amazing my Crusty Crab is, and he will totally rank mine at least a 9. I can't believe he ranked mine only an 8. That is really weird. Normally when I build something that amazing, Milo will give it at least a 9 out of 10, but 8 seems pretty low, especially after I ranked Milo's build a 5. That should have been at least a 2 if mine was only an 8. That means Milo's probably up to something. I'm a little suspicious right now. As long as Milo doesn't do anything else weird, I'm not gonna push into it. But if I notice Milo doing anything weird, I'm gonna have a lot of questions. Milo sometimes gets tricky like this, and the only way to make sure we can stop him is to catch him red-handed, or at least blue-handed, because he kinda does have blue hands. Maybe we'll catch him red-handed trying to take the Krabby Patty formula. I know that that is Plankton's thing, but Milo can be pretty cheeky just like Plankton sometimes. He would never steal, but if Milo got really crazy, he might just try and take it away, just so that he has a better chance of winning. I wonder what suspicious stuff Milo is up to. It's probably nothing like sabotaging my build. It must be something like recruiting extra help, or trying to find other ways to build quicker. That other build was really bad. I do not think Milo will make the same mistake again. The only question is, what could he possibly do in order to cheat at this build competition? I'm a big expert on cheating because I used to do it all the time in the past. Luckily, I have really become a better person, and I haven't done it in a while. But what it does mean is I am an expert on spotting when someone is not telling me the truth. And telling the truth is really important. That's why SpongeBob is such a good employee to Mr. Krabs. He always tells the truth and would never lie. I want to be just like SpongeBob. If only Milo was like SpongeBob too. Although we can't all be so perfect. Milo is too crazy for that. On the sides of these windows, I'm going to add some glow lichen. In the real Krusty Krab, they actually use ropes, but I'm going to get the same effect from these glow lichens. They're going to make a really awesome look along the sides. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted it to look like. Let's keep building this all along the edges of the sides of the Krusty Krab. Most people do not know, but the Krusty Krab is actually designed to look like a real crab trap that people use to fish for crabs, since they normally don't like to actually use real fishing hooks on crabs. They're way too tough and spiny. Their hard shell does not normally work. But with a crab trap, it totally does. That's why it's kind of weird that Mr. Krabs designed a restaurant after it. He is a crab himself, after all. I can't speak for him, but I know if I was a crab, I would not be building my restaurant out of a crab trap. Instead, I would be building my restaurant out of spruce stairs on the ceiling, just like this. We need to make sure the spruce logs go upwards just slightly. Even a couple extra blocks is enough to get that amazing effect that I'm looking before. Let's make sure we add it all the way around, just like this. We can also add spruce stairs to this section. Oh, this is perfect. I don't know the last time I ever built something that's this cool. Let's make sure we don't miss a spot. Nobody misses a spot in the Krusty Krab, just like how SpongeBob does not miss a spot on the grill, and how he does not miss a spot cleaning the floor. Actually, now that I think about it, only SpongeBob seems to be the one not missing a spot. Everybody else is being really weird and lazy. That's why SpongeBob is the best employee at the Krusty Krab. Just like I'm the best builder in this building game, I really don't know what Milo's doing. I don't even know that he's ever been to the Krusty Krab before. Milo does not like burgers. He would only like burgers if they put bird seeds on them, and the only seeds on burgers are sesame seeds. Oh yum, I can't wait to see all the sesame seeds they'll put on the burgers at the Krusty Krab. Speaking of burgers in the Krusty Krab, we now need to build an amazing back section where all the burgers in the Krusty Krab will be made. Let's build a little wall coming out just like this. Oh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to add more to this. Let's also add some waxed weathered copper. Oh yeah, this really does look like the Krusty Krab. The Krusty Krab is underwater after all, and things underwater tend to totally get rusty after a while. I guess they could call it the Rusty Krab, although that name is my idea, and if they want to use it, they'll have to give me a bunch of free Krabby Patties, or at least the Krabby Patty formula. I would never give it to someone like Plankton. I could totally be trusted with it, just because I'm such a trustworthy guy. One person who is not the most trustworthy all the time though is Milo. Milo's normally pretty trustworthy, but when he starts to lose a competition like this, he really starts to panic, and he will do almost anything to make sure he doesn't lose. That's why I need to make sure I do almost anything to win, just like using smooth quartz to build the amazing Squidward cash register right over here. Oh, this is so exciting. Let's use them just like this. The cash register actually looks like a boat coming out of the wall. It's a pretty crazy design. I cannot believe it's actually real, but it totally is. That is why it's a very important part of my Krusty Krab. This is looking pretty good, but it actually needs a cash register. We don't have cash registers in Minecraft, but I'm going to place down an anvil, and then I'm going to place a sign on the outer edge. This sign will feature a bunch of money symbols, as well as say money on it. It's also going to say cash register at the bottom, just so everybody knows that it really is a money machine. I think instead of cyan dye, we need to grab some lime green dye, because that is the color of money. Oh yeah, this is looking really cool. Now in the real Krusty Krab, they actually have really cool windows. There's especially a big one right over here in front of the grill. Let's add in some furnaces to really make this grill nice and proper. The grill will be right over here, and we can even add a campfire in this section. Let's even grab some acacia trapdoors to funnel all of that smoke up and outside. We'll place one over here, and we'll need to place them in a star pattern just like this. The only person able to use this grill will have to be SpongeBob. He is the best fry cook in the entire ocean. That's why he gets to work at the Krusty Krab, which is the best restaurant in the entire ocean. It really matches up super duper well. SpongeBob is such a cool guy. That's why he gets his own TV show. And he even gets to bring his friends along like Patrick and Sandy Cheeks, not to mention Squidward and Mr. Krabs. Now I just have to right click all of these trapdoors to activate them downwards. This way they fit really well with the build. Now I just have to open up the fan, and whoa, this totally looks like a heating vent. Now we need to add in some pressure plates on top of these furnaces. Now it'll really look like a grill. We also totally have to add in some barrels in the side. These are very important parts of the Krusty Krab. It's where they store lots of their ingredients in. You cannot make a Krabby Patty if you don't have the proper ingredients. You cannot make a Krabby Patty if you don't have the proper ingredients. We need to grab as many ingredients as we can get to add on the sides. We'll even add some beetroot stew and call it ketchup. Let's make sure the ingredients are nicely posted on this back wall. Beetroot soup, carrots, some buns, as well as the meat that goes inside the Krabby Patties. Oh yeah, this is looking awesome. Not to mention, we also need some potatoes and some cooked potatoes. These are used to make the cooked French fries at the Krabby Patty. Oh, this is so cool. One block that looks a lot like a block of potatoes is raw iron. If we add some spruce trapdoors to the sides of it, it will really look like a big container of raw potatoes. Let's move this potato over here so we can add some trapdoors. Whoa, that already looks so awesome. And finally in the back, hidden underneath all the other ingredients, we will add the secret formula. Let me use the anvil that the cash register is made of. We will use this to rename this entire item into secret formula. This is going to be pretty difficult to get. We'll put this right down here. Anybody that steals it is an evil genius, so we will need to add some trapdoors around it. I think using acacia trapdoors is the best one. They look like little beautiful orange jail cells. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Now we just need to move on and start making the rest of this place. What can I put here? Wait a minute, did I just hear Milo giggle? Milo, why did I hear you giggling right now?
What? I just thought of something really funny.
Really? What funny thing is it? Can I come and see?
No, you cannot come see.
Why can't I see?
Well, I was thinking about a cute bunny.
A cute bunny? Milo, that's not a very good reason not to let me over. I really want to go and see now. Is something going on?
No, nothing. Don't come over here or you'll see that I changed my diaper because I pooped my pants.
Ew, Milo, that's disgusting. It sounded like you were gonna say something else, but I don't want to come and investigate. If you've pooped your pants, that's so gross. You better clean that up before you build the Crusty Crab.
Yeah, I'm really embarrassed and you definitely should not come see me.
Okay, Milo, I believe you. I do not believe Milo at all. Something really weird is going on, and I will be getting to the bottom of it. For now, I just need to place in some mangrove trapdoors in here. These will act as little window holes to make sure we can't peek inside. But as well as window holes, we will need to grab some tables. The real Crusty Crab has tables and chairs. Let's grab some nice birch chairs to put around these tables. I think this looks perfect. The Crusty Crab has so many tables. I wonder if Milo's Crusty Crab has tables. I remember Milo saying something back then, and he almost said a different word. It was almost like he meant to say something, but accidentally let slip the real truth. I guess I don't know what it is now, but I am still really suspicious of Milo. If I find that Milo's doing something sneaky, I will be so mad, and I guess it's almost time to test. For now, I just need to add some wool flags on top of the Crusty Crab. In the real Crusty Crab, there are proper flag designs on top, so I just need to add some onto mine. We'll have to copy them exactly to make sure we don't mess up at all. There's normally a red and yellow one here, followed by a cool blue and yellow one as well. Mr. Krabs really has chosen his colors. Let's actually move this flag a little bit out in this direction and move this flag this way. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Now we'll need to add one more flag here. I'm pretty sure this flag is half white and half blue. Yeah, just like that. Let's also add another flag up here. This one I think is red and white in a pretty cool checkerboard pattern. Finally, there is just one flag left to add, and that is the half blue, half yellow one. It's blue on one side and yellow on the other. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. It looks just like the Crusty Crab. We'll need to add in some oak slabs here to make it look all tied together. But after we add in these slabs, we're officially done with the build of the Crusty Crab. Oh, I cannot wait to see Milo's build. And I guess it's also a really good chance to find out what weird stuff Milo's talking about. Milo's being really suspicious, so if I find any bad behavior, I'm going to be so mad, especially when I've been trying so hard today to be really nice and honest with my build. All we have to do now is add some cyan glass panes to this window, as well as some yellow ones to have the handles, and we'll officially be ready. Okay, now it is time to tell Milo that my Crusty Crab is done. Wait a second, before I tell Milo that I'm ready, I actually need to build one last thing. We need to grab some smooth quartz slabs right now. We also need to grab a dark oak fence, not to mention a deep slate wall. Oh goodness, I don't know how much time I have before Milo's finished. Luckily, if we go really quick, I'm sure we can do it. Out the front of the Crusty Crab, there is a very famous sign. This is the Shell advertising sign, where it tells every single person walking by that this is the site of the Crusty Crab, the best restaurant in the ocean. I think we need to make it as real and accurate as possible. I don't want to mess up at all. Let's make sure we build this shell nice and proper. Okay, this is looking pretty good, although I can't help but feel it's missing something. Let's replace these blocks with some nice stairs so it's a little bit curvier, and we can even replace these blocks with some slabs inside, just to add in a little bit of depth here. Okay, this is looking pretty good. That is a big relief. I almost totally didn't add that. All right, Milo, I am now ready to come judge your build, and I just hope you're ready to judge mine.
Oh, I want to judge yours first, actually.
What? Milo, you want to come see my build first?
I sure do.
Okay, you're totally welcome to, because I'm very proud of it. Isn't this incredible, Milo?
It's very interesting. I see what you've done here.
Milo, you're acting really weird. I don't know what's up with you, but this is a really good Crusty Crab, don't you agree?
Well, it's rather good. Rather splendid, you might say.
Yeah, I totally would say it's splendid, but that's only because it actually is.
Let me have a little look around here. Yes, I see what you've done.
Milo, why are you acting so weird?
Well, I'm gonna rate
A 7? That's lower than the 8 you ranked my last build. What's going on here, Milo?
Well, it's only a little bit good compared to mine.
Oh yeah? Let's go see what your Krusty Krab looks like then, Milo. There's no way it can be better than mine.
Feast your eyes on my Crusty Crab.
What? Milo, how did you make this? This is incredible.
Yeah, just my epic pro skills.
Wow, and you also built the flags on top, and not to mention the tables inside. Milo, this is really good.
Yeah, and you gotta come check out the back as well.
How did you build this? This is insane, and you've even built the toilets? Ew, why are there toilets in Mr. Krabs' office?
Well, just have a look down here and maybe you'll see.
Wait a second, what is this? Why is there a dungeon? Wait, a laser dungeon?
Yeah, well, this is the essential part of the Krusty Krab.
Wait a minute, Milo, am I gonna have to go through this laser maze?
That's right. Here at the Crispy Crab, I've hidden all the secret recipes.
The Crispy Crab? Milo, I find it really suspicious that you built something this crazy and you don't even know how to say Krusty Krab.
Yeah, I meant to say Krusty Krab.
I'm really suspicious of you right now, Milo, but look, I made it through the laser maze, and what? Why is there parkour here?
Because I had to protect the secret recipe really carefully.
Milo, it's not a secret recipe. Everybody knows it's a secret formula. I don't know why you don't know these words if you've built all of this yourself. That is really, really weird.
Well, I'm just really good, Chip. Stop judging me. I know you're jealous of my skills.
I'm not jealous, and isn't the point of this build battle to judge you? That's why we're judging each other's builds.
Well, I guess so, maybe?
Milo, I do not know what I'm about to find behind these doors, but so far, I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, you better open up.
Wait a second, what? There's gold in here!
Yeah, because it's a really secret room that I built.
And the secret Krabby Patty formula. Hey, how come you said formula here and recipe earlier? That is really weird, Milo. I do not know why you've done that.
Well, I think we should go back up to the surface now.
And hey, there's nothing inside this chest. Everybody knows that the real Krabby Patty formula actually is a scroll.
Well, it's not there anymore. I guess someone else took it.
Milo, you're being really, really suspicious right now, but I can't really say anything about it because this Krusty Krab is amazing. You've done such a good job that I only have to rate it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, let's go, boy. I'm totally winning this competition.
Yeah, but you're forgetting, Milo, there is still one more round. I still have a chance to beat you in this.
Yeah, but not if I can help it.
You're being really suspicious, Milo, and I will get to the bottom of it. The bikini bottom of it.
Bye, Chip.
SpongeBob house? No way, I'm not building that right now. I am way too suspicious about Milo. I do not believe that he built that Krusty Krab without help. I think I need a plan. I'm gonna have to go invisible to find out exactly what Milo is up to. I'm going to use the vanish command to totally go invisible. Look, I cannot be seen at all. Now I can sneak over to Milo's side and find out exactly what he is doing to try and win. I do not believe he built that Krusty Krab himself. There's just no way. I'm gonna find out once and for all if he really did. Look, he's just standing there. What could Milo possibly be doing?
My silly brother actually thinks I make that Krusty Krab.
Oh, Milo's cheating. I knew it. But how?
Time to finally win a build challenge and beat my stinky brother. Time to use my epic hacks.
Epic hacks? Oh no, wait a second. That SpongeBob house just appeared out of thin air. This is not good. And wait, Milo's going inside it. What's he doing?
This looks really good. Now I gotta add little signs everywhere talking about how stinky Chip is.
Hey, I'm not stinky at all. I smell great. And why is Milo adding signs around? Is that to make it look like he's built it? Oh, that is so cheeky. I can't believe Milo's done this. Look, he's writing a sign right now. I've snuck inside and now we can see exactly what he's writing. Look, he's finished writing. It says Chip is stinky, ha. Hey, wait a second. Is he just writing a sign that says Chip is stinky? That sucks. Oh gosh, he's coming over here. Quick, hide. Oh wow, he did not see me at all. My vanish command totally works, but I have had enough of this. This is bad. I'm gonna totally get Milo back for this. Oh, I just broke that block. I really hope Milo did not notice.
What was that sound?
Stay so quiet. Milo could not find out that we're here.
Must have just been part of the hack or something.
Oh, luckily Milo thinks it's all part of his hack, but he just admitted it. He really is hacking to win this build competition. That is insane. I've had enough of this. I cannot believe Milo has done this. I'm gonna unvanish right now. I have a plan to show Milo that I am always one step ahead. Milo may think he has the advantage here, but I always have something up my sleeve. If I type Bikini Bottom and hit enter, boom, my own SpongeBob house will appear, and it is a lot nicer than Milo's SpongeBob house. Just look, my colors are so much more beautiful, but that's not all. Because I've saved so much time by already having a pre-built house, I can now add a basement. It will go so deep down that Milo will be absolutely shocked by it. I can't just dig all this out by myself. A hacker would use something way cooler, like a bunch of TNT. Let me grab some flint and steel as well. Now I will dig a massive hole all the way down to stone level. If I'm gonna make a huge basement, I can't just use it in the sand. The sand would fall right into the basement and block anything I try and build. That is why I am placing a bunch of TNT down. Oh goodness, I really hope this works. I also hope this doesn't hurt the SpongeBob house. Whoa, it only hurt it a little bit. This is looking pretty good so far. It's digging a really big tunnel. We even struck water. Hey, this really is Bikini Bottom. That is so cool. Now I think it is time to clear up the edge of this area. It is looking pretty messy with all this broken stuff around. Oh yeah, this is looking way better than it was before. Around SpongeBob's house in the real Bikini Bottom, he actually has a bunch of beautiful flowers growing on the edge of his house. We are going to have the exact same thing in our SpongeBob house. That is so important. Let's make sure we add these flowers properly though. I don't want to miss a single spot. We can even grab the candles and the other glazed terracotta from the other blocks. Let's add some candles in here, and we can also add the yellow glazed terracotta. Oh, this is looking incredible. I'm so happy with the house so far. We can add pink candles to the back here, just like we did in the front, not to mention some more yellow glazed terracotta and even some lime glazed terracotta around this edge. Oh yes, this looks so cool. I'm feeling so excited right now. Milo has made the biggest mistake of his life by hacking like this. I wanted to play fair, but if Milo is gonna cheat, then it's only fair that I do the exact same thing. Okay, now that we've added this pretty cool outside area, we need to remove all this andesite. This is going to lead right into a massive drop. And the best part about it is I know exactly how to build it in record time. Using the hacks that Milo has inspired me to use, I can totally make sure that this build is done as quick as possible. When Milo realizes that I am also hacking just like he is going to lose his mind. This axe is actually a part of my hacks. We are going to use this to select an area, and then if I type the simple command of stack 50, boom, it instantly shoots a massive corridor all the way down. This is pretty cool, but it's not all I'm planning on doing. Now, inside of this wall, we can dig out an extra platform. Let's make it about this big. We're going to turn this entire area into an obstacle course. Let's push this down a little just to make sure it's equal sides big and wide. Now, if we type stack 50 again, boom, it shoots out in this direction. This is so cool. At the very bottom of this section, we will need to add in some lime concrete. Let's add some water to the bottom of this room. This room is going to be a giant underwater themed dropper. Let's grab some green wool to start making some seaweed. Oh yeah, this looks so cool. We'll add the seaweed growing from the sides just like this. And the seaweed will also grow from different angles as well. Oh yeah, this is so awesome. We will also need to add some different things on the way down. Let's also add some regular glass. One of the coolest parts of this is that it actually looks like bubbles, especially if we build a bunch of it close together. If we place the glass just like this over and over again, it looks like an amazing bubble column. Oh yeah, this really will feel like an underwater amazing dropper. Let's place some more bubbles going all the way down here. Oh yeah, these bubbles are looking awesome, but there is still more we can add. Let's add a prismarine section. This is going to look like a real underwater ocean temple. Oh, I cannot wait to use this. This isn't really a hack, but it's just impressive. Milo's gonna be so amazed that I've even added an ocean temple into here. I wonder how Milo's doing. He's probably not doing anywhere as good as what I am. This ocean temple looks pretty silly, but once you realize that you can actually see it from the side and it looks like a real ocean temple, it looks a lot more impressive. Finally, we will grab banners in the color that the actual coral can generate in. This way, Milo will feel like he is hurtling to the bottom of a really beautiful coral reef. Oh yeah, he's gonna be both amazed and terrified at the same time. That is perfect. It's the exact reaction I want. Not to mention, I also want Milo to apologize. He's been hacking this whole time while I've been playing fair and square. That is not nice at all. I really put lots of effort into the Crusty Crab and Squidward's house build, and now if I put all my effort into this one, we will finally get revenge on Milo. Oh yeah, this is looking so cool. It's one of the coolest droppers ever even. Now, it definitely is possible, but you kind of have to be a pro. Luckily, I definitely am one, but I do not know the same for Milo. Milo has also inspired me to do something pretty devious. We are going to need to grab some laser blocks, and we also need to grab some redstone to power them up. By placing a redstone block underneath this laser and placing another laser right over here, whoa, we actually linked them together. Now we need to put colored lenses inside this laser so it becomes a crazy red color. Oh yeah, this is really awesome. Let's also make sure we add the same lenses in every laser that we add in this laser hallway. Let's also make sure we build them all the way over here. Oh yeah, this looks so cool. It even looks like a crazy underwater structure, maybe even part of a shipwreck. I have no idea, but whatever it is, it looks really, really cool. Let's make sure we continue adding them on the ceiling just like this. Oh yeah, this is one of the most impressive things I've ever built. Let's make sure we add some more obstacle lasers on the floor though. We want to be able to catch Milo in them so that he totally takes damage. We can even add entire sections where the laser wall forces Milo to go around in a zigzag shape. I am so confident that he will bump his head on at least one of these. Yep, it's definitely gonna happen. Now we just need to make sure we make the rest of it still pretty good. I think this is really nice. We'll add some more walls over on this side, and we'll add some final more walls over on this one. Oh, this is so cool. Now we need to add colored lenses to every single one of these lasers just to make sure that they are nice and red. Oh yeah, that's looking pretty intense. This laser maze is crazy. There is no way Milo gets through this easy. And the final room I will add inside this amazing revenge plan is a big sphere. Luckily, I have a command that will do exactly that. Whoa, that totally worked. Now we need to dig our way back out to the start again. That's an important part of building this amazing room. Let's also replace this stone with iron blocks to really make it look totally epic. Whoa, this is so cool. Now, sticking with the ocean theme, we are going to build a massive ocean walkway. We're going to use all colors of prismarine to make this thing. Oh, it's gonna look so cool. I just know it. Milo is gonna be so embarrassed that he even cheated that he'll be apologizing the second he comes down here and sees this. We just have to make sure we build this really, really well and put all of our effort into making this look absolutely perfect. This walkway will lead right to the back wall, where a fun little message will show Milo exactly what I think of his cheating. I'm really, really sad that he would cheat in this game. Normally that's my job, but I thought we'd both grown to be better people. I think this will teach Milo never to cheat again. It all depends on if Milo is actually worried about this. If Milo does not find this build worrying at all, then none of my plans here will work. That would be pretty bad, as he'll probably try and cheat again. That just means I have to make this final message as devastating as possible. Luckily, I have a sign. Luckily, I'm gonna put a sign down, and I've got a very good idea of what I can say to devastate Milo. If the sign says "you lose" in red glowing letters, that is one of the scariest things you can ever read. Finally, I will add a lever over here that when I flick it, it will kill Milo. Let's make sure we label it right. Otherwise, I might accidentally totally flick it by accident. We'll need to add a hacked command block behind it in order to actually do it. Otherwise, it won't work. Now it is time to tell Milo that we're ready for him with our amazing, crazy SpongeBob house build. He will not see this coming, and this will be the perfect revenge for all of his evil hacking that he's done to us. Milo, I'm about to show you my final build for this competition. I'm so excited for you to see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because I know no matter what you build, I'm still gonna win.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Milo. Take a look.
Whoa, Chip. Oh my gosh, this is actually really good.
Yeah, you'll notice it's pretty similar to your other pineapple, Milo.
What? Have you seen my pineapple?
I guess you could say that I have. I've discovered something in this competition, Milo, that has made me very upset. And now I have responded by building the craziest SpongeBob house you have ever seen.
Okay. I wonder what's down here and... Whoa, Chip, is this a giraffe map?
Yep, it is a dropper. You will have to land in the water in the very center in order to make it through.
Oh my gosh, I can't even think about how to get there.
You'll just have to jump, Milo. It's the price you pay for what you've done.
Chip, what secret could you possibly know about me?
I'm not gonna tell you that until you beat all of my obstacle courses, Milo.
Oh, that's really annoying. I don't keep secrets at all.
I don't know about that, but whoa, Milo, you actually did it. That's crazy.
Holy guacamole, did you see that?
Yes, I did, but do you see that?
Oh no, Chip, not the lasers.
Yes, lasers, Milo. Lasers is one of the punishments for what you did earlier.
But I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did, Milo. You can stop lying to me. I heard you talking to yourself, but I'm not gonna say what I overheard. You will find about that when you reach the iron room.
Well, I know you're lying because I do not talk to myself.
Milo, that's crazy. You talk to yourself all the time.
Well, this is really easy.
I don't know about that, Milo. I think you're not gonna like what you find in the iron room.
Iron room? What, Chip?
It's just up ahead, Milo. You're entering it now. And I have one final announcement to tell you.
You have an announcement? What could it be?
The secret I know about you is that you cheated. You were using hacks to build Squidward's house and the Crusty Crab today.
What? No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were, Milo. And because you were hacking, you now lose. That's what it says on this sign right here.
No, please, no. I wanted to win so bad.
So you admit you were hacking.
Oh, yeah, I was hacking, but I really just wanted to beat you.
Well, Milo, instead of beating me, you get one final punishment.
What is it?
Yeah, it's a little something I like to call the bye-bye birdie switch. Bye, Milo. Better luck next time.
What? No!
Ha! That'll teach you to cheat in a build battle against me.